Okay, so I
Play it
have
cool.
not abandoned my other playthroughs, walkthroughs, but this happens to be one of my favorite games. It's a 4X game, a bit like Heroes.
I am many things. I have been many things. Warm and green. Cold and gray. Devastated and dying. Now I am alive again. But I fear my new children imitate the old ones. Some claim the mountains or the forests, or build fortresses on the plains. They begin to mistrust and prepare for war. Still, I love them as only a mother can. And now I fear for them. I feel the winds of change begin to blow. And this time it may be an all-out storm. I pray that my children will weather this tempest. For nothing is immortal. And one day, they may have to survive without me.
So obviously this is a game that happens in the same universe as Dungeon of the Endless and Endless Space. There's also an Endless Space 2 coming up soon. And this is a 4X game, a bit like Heroes of Might and Magic, and the much vaunted but sadly somewhat disappointing, what's it called? Civilization games. So 5. I don't know what's up with that, why people like that stuff so much. But it's really boring compared to this stuff, which also happens to look a hell of a lot better. So there's a new DLC that came out, which is called The Shifters, something like that. I don't know this DLC. I'm not going to play that faction right away. I mean, could I? Mad Scientist. Alai. I could play the Alai, but I have no idea what the hell they do. So instead, I'm gonna play the Forsaken, the Forgotten, rather. And I like to have 8 Empires. I'm gonna play on hard difficulty. Okay, the reason why I'm not setting it higher, I would, except there's a problem with that, for me anyway. And that is that the game cheats on harder difficulties, okay? It's like if there's one mine of a one resource, well, on Sirius it'll count like 3, like 6, like 12. You know, at some point, you know, they get too much advantage, and therein lies the so-called difficulty. Okay, so because of that, I'm not going to go any harder than hard. I wish I would. I wish the AI was smart enough to, like, you know, specialize and compute and calculate things so well that it makes things, you know, really hard for us. But there is no such AI yet. Perhaps, probably in Endless Legend 2, if there is one, there will be. So I'm gonna go with the huge map. World shape is going to be random. Yeah, why not? Continent shape. World difficulty. Custom. What is that? Why did I set it to custom? World generation siege. You know, just a number. Yeah, everything's random, pretty much. I mean, except, you know, I'm gonna leave this to be random and put no value. Why? I'm not sure that changes much. Generation presets. No generation. Okay, you know, this'll work. World shape? No. Random. Everything random, okay? Except that I'm playing the Forgotten on hard difficulty with a huge world and normal game speed. So let's start it. There'll be a cutscene introducing us to the Forgotten, which are part of the previous DLC. But yeah, we will. Oh yeah, let's make sure we have one of the Alai. I don't know what these guys do at all. They're the new faction. Okay, the new DLC. This is the faction of previous DLC. So, I made sure that we have one faction that's new, and the rest are all random. So, there will be a small, as I said, a short cutscene at the beginning, explaining to us what this faction is all about. So, it's building the world. Takes a few seconds. Giving us a nice graphic. Oh, is this the Alai? I don't know. This doesn't look like the Dust guys, the Dust Lords. Doesn't look like them. This is the Forgotten. That's what they look like. They're spies and, you know, masters of deception, disguise, invisibility, and all of that. The Alai are in sync with Auriga, that's all I know. So they change with the season.
Ages ago, we were banished by our kin. In fear and shame, they turned their backs on us, closing the door. We survived on a world gone mad by embracing the madness. Thus shadow and silence became our allies, and they made us strong. Now the time for payment of ancient debts has come. The price will be high, and we will be paid in full.
Or in blood, maybe? Alright, so let's get this thing. Alright, so new content. The shifters, okay, there's a small text, let's read this. Adds a new system of seasons. Oh, new winter effect, the Altar of Auriga, Pearl's Blessing, the shifters, major faction. Shifters, who ruled Auriga before the Endless conquered it. Few traces remain of civilizations that predate the Endless, but even these fade with time. But now, the answer comes to us in the form of a strange people who call themselves the Alai, masters of flight in battle who changed their society, even their forms with the season. They are returning to re-establish their nation now that the horrors perpetrated by the Endless are long gone. They view the planet as their home and goddess and will go to any lengths to protect her. Before the Endless came, there were other peoples and other forces over Auriga. These were destroyed or scattered, and only now, centuries after the horrors perpetrated by the Endless have faded, are they coming out into the light. Foremost among them is the Alai, an adaptable race who change their way of life and even their form with the seasons. Remember that they view Auriga as their goddess and mother, and they're willing to do whatever is necessary to protect her. Well, okay then. Alright, so here we are. How do I, oh yeah, okay. I haven't played this in a little bit. Okay, so this is we have one settler and some assassins. We have money. Okay, 15 minus 12, so we have 4 turns to settle somewhere, and we are going to, oh, there's 3 anomalies here, so I think we just decided where we're going to settle. It's going to be something like right here. But let's search. We found nothing. We could have found something interesting, but we didn't. Okay, so we are going to settle here, I think. Look, 20, 12, 20, that's 52, 57, 30, 45, 44. Yeah, so this gives us a total of 57, total points. Let's build our first town here. No kidding about it. No two ways about it. Okay, so we can turn off this values here. See, the total is the middle where the town is settled. Let's move these guys out of the way. Oh, they can't move. They don't have any moves left. But you'll see this down a little bit better once I move these guys out of the way in the next turn. So these are the tiles being exploited by my town, which needs to now do something. The Founders Museum is usually the best thing to do. So let's build that. And here we're going to be increasing the population in 2 turns, which is very fine. We don't make science, okay? So we can't we can't research anything, can we? Can we? I mean, let's go for a ranged model. Oh, okay, see, we can buy the technology for a certain amount of money. Okay, so this is the first tech is going to be important, actually. Very important for us, because we are going to need to make the cost is going to increase for every tech we find. So let's see what we got. We have the search party. We don't have the language square. Okay. This allows us to talk to minor factions. Yeah. We have no more movements left, yeah, so okay, let's go. Research. Yeah, let's not buy any research right away. We can just buy them, later. That's buy what you need when you need it, maybe, Okay, new quest added. Aftermath of ambush. My dreams are still haunted by the night we had lost my friend, the Rock. My Rock, the previous leader of the Warfarer's divinity, Master Shadows Lemma Adya. They came upon us not 3 days ago from the Targadian mountains, shadowy figures in the night. At first we thought them simple bandits preying on hapless travelers, desperate rogues who made a fatal mistake in selecting their victims. We imagined we would kill them easily enough, but we were wrong. Had Arlan had been left behind sick with fever, we may have mastered them, but in our arrogance we underestimated them. Ziema battled formidably, saving many of our lives, but only aided our attackers' true intentions. They wanted not to rob us or kill us, but to steal away Ziema herself. Oh. So they succeeded, yeah, and it wasn't only her they took. Some of my most experienced warriors also vanished that night. In the aftermath, stranded in the Oregon wilds, bloodied and exposed, there was little we could do except carry on with our original plan, without Ziema or the others. Every day the same questions burned in my mind. Who kidnapped Ziema? Did one of our party betray our intentions to this spineless trinity who rule the Forgotten in Dagard Tanga, the fearful high consecrate, and feeble masters of the divinities? Those rulers who have forgotten our motto, we are the power in the shadows? Or was she taken by some other enemy who escapes my attention? The questions burn. The one that burns the most is this. Where is she now? Before we settled Soth, all I could do was seethe and agitate. Now, though, now I can begin to get answers. Now I will do everything in my power to find Ziema, and I have my vengeance, on those who stole her away. Okay, so my plan to rebuild a new forgotten civilization has started belly of my 2 most powerful allies. Arlan never made the journey, and Ziema has been kidnapped by unknown forces. Oh, that's a hero, yeah, a Kazanji village in the nearby region of Balthur knows something of Ziema's kidnap. Pacify the village to learn more. When I get 10 grass silk. Okay, so yeah, good, good.